All right, a little disclaimer here before we get to hacking out here through the swamp and opening some lanes up. If I seem like I'm coming from the position that I know something, I definitely don't. I am just trying to learn as I go, and luckily out here there is a pretty quick regeneration rate. So if I screw something up, it just turns in from, instead of me maintaining it, just letting it grow back in. And it's gonna kind of be the process. It's not my main source of hunting, so I deer hunt a lot more public stuff and a couple of permission pieces, so it would just be great if I'd eventually be able to take something off my own land. And this is kind of the start of that. So all right, we'll get into it. All right, well, we got the weed eater out here. It's a little different than spring. The crappy food plot that doesn't like to grow because the water just runs down, it's up there. And then we got kind of I guess 3 different transitions. Up there, it's all oaks. Right here is this kind of swamp edge. See, there's even a little bit of water running right now. And then actual swamp in there. So we're gonna take this, go into there, and give it a whack. We're gonna blaze some trails through and then clean up the trail that I had over there so that they have some ways to move through. Maybe open up some like 15-20 foot circles in there, and put some cameras out. Probably not today. I gotta go get all, I don't think I'm gonna use cell cams here. I think I'm just gonna go check them out randomly and see if they're coming into it. But yeah, put the time lapse on and we'll get to it. I already mapped it out on Onyx what I wanted to cut, and I'll try to follow it. I'll tell you what, it's definitely slow going out here. We've made it 20 yards. But I mean, nice alleyway cut open here. So, and like, boom, bedding spot. There's tons of these out here, even a lot bigger from what I can see from last spring. So I'd like to open up, I'm gonna try to open up 4 shoots today. I don't know about this whole time-lapse thing. It's just so much shit getting in the way, but we'll try. Maybe I'll be able to pitch it up somewhere. I didn't bring the mount or anything today, so I'm gonna clean all this up and keep trucking along. I wanna get out to that pine tree and then out to the big opening in the middle. All right, quit wasting time. Well, yet again, I keep saying it, and it's still true. Keep underestimating how long it's going to take to do this. Definitely going to be a multi-day project, and the water is super high right now. Almost need frickin' waist high out here, but we found a little bit of dryish ground. You can kind of see the way out, and then over there, eventually, I'll hit a nice opening. So we're gonna just keep plowing through it. Well, that was a bit of a mistake. I cut the blueberries out, but I guess we'll keep the bears away. Would have been nice to know they were out here before I started whacking. Oh well. There's definitely plenty. There's a bunch right there even, so just try to stay away from them. So this is gonna be our day 2 of trying to clear. I only get like an hour or so at most. Waiting on the baby to come, and I've been finishing the basement, but I'm actually at a good place pretty much there. His room's all ready, the bathroom's ready, and so I get a little bit of time to come out here and do this. I'm gonna work my way out. There's a little peninsula right here. I'm gonna clean up that peninsula and then cut across to my trail that shoots out into there's like if you saw my spring video, there's like a big cross trail, and I've been trying to figure out how to be able to use that land. So we're going to scoot around this way and get to cutting. Found ourselves a giant toad. Starting to open up a little bit in here. Bring it out to the point and then try to shoot straight through. All right, I think we're making some progress here. You can see we got a lane cleared out that way. We opened this up pretty good. I kind of tucked some of the branches up along here, made it a little tight, but they're not, I don't think they're walking through that anyway. And now they can at least walk out here, lay down. I don't think they're gonna browse on these blueberries too much, but we're gonna shoot it out, and eventually I'll cut a path to the right. But we're gonna go out this way and loop back around to our trail that goes on the way this way. And then that might do it for today. It's taking quite the time, but then that'll open up 2 trails coming out. There's the big horizontal, and then they can wrap around through here, and then instead of going out around the swamp, they can come out onto this island, be a little more isolated if they want to, before working their way back through. I don't think there's like that much food out here right now. There's no red dozier dogwood or anything. I eventually want to plant some, but there is cranberries, blueberries, and on the high spots, there's a couple of islands. There's a couple of oaks, but not enough to make a deer happy. So, all right, yeah, I'll probably set the camera up over here and we'll get another time lapse going. All right, getting somewhere. I think this is actually kind of a back trail from the peninsula over there, and then there's also this little game trail here. I mean, it could be beavers, I don't really know. But we're trying to get out to that tree right there. So we don't have too far to go, but it's all right. We made it off the peninsula and we started clearing it. The water gets pretty deep up here in a minute. Made a little wide here. It's kind of another trail that they can make. It's already a game trail there. Tell you what, I can't believe I'm doing this in June because of the heat. And secondly, I'm still lucky because it's only like 75 degrees today. Whew. All right, yeah, I mean, we're almost over the boot. All right. A lot of potential cut-throughs too here along the way. But luckily, we made it right over there. It was the first trail we cut back in the spring. Okay, try not to sink in too bad here. It's kind of grown in a little bit, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna turn on my Onyx tracker and track these trails. I'll go around the loop and get it logged. But all right, a little bit of progress. Hopefully we'll get some more in July. Find some cool rainy days and maybe do some more. But yeah, God, it's hot out here. Tell you what, I just got out of here to drop the tools off, and I was just having a conversation with myself about whether or not I should try even to do any more, or see if they're actually using this or not. And doesn't say he's going into it, but that wasn't there yesterday when I came out. And that looks like a track right there. So, you can kind of see a little deer run. I think it's gonna make a difference. All right, I'm gonna get my track going here, and I'll follow up with the trail in a minute. Thought the water was running for a second. All right, I'll check back in a second. Look at that. So we're back onto the trail. We just came in a little ways back there. We got some right here, some more right there. So they're definitely around, and they're definitely still using this. So I'm just gonna give you the full tour through here. Obviously this is kind of natural. I don't really have to do much in this particular area compared to what I just chopped through. I'd probably like to clear out a little bit of this here, but you know what, let's switch to wide lens. Give you a better perspective. I don't know if it's just me, but on these swampy log crossings, I imagine just a deer getting ready to pounce on his back legs or her back legs and just sinking right in and going nowhere. Never seen it happen, but it's definitely what goes through my mind. All right. So here's the runway. Looks a little different than spring when there was snow out here still. But yeah. All right, let's go find our other trail here while I'm tracking. Going this way. So normally this time of year, this is all dry out here. You could just walk on it. There's no standing water. It might be a little squishy, but it's not too bad. All right, that wasn't where I came from. I don't think. I know I came out of somewhere weird. Trying to see if I can see my boot prints. I feel like my boot prints are still going. It looks like right there. Right over here. Yep. Because I got all this stuff cut down. Nice. All right. Well, at least that helped us out. All right. So it still goes pretty good distance that way. And I want to have a trail go that way. I ran out of steam. It looked like a lot easier to cut through here. But let's run down through. Bum, bum, bum. Again, the nice thing is that first trail that I cut back when there's snow on the ground had already started growing back up again. So if it seems like they like this less, then I will just let it grow back up again. We'll try something different. But right now, I got 6 acres of this that aren't doing me anything, and I can't even access. So even if the deer are using it, I'd have to wait at the perimeter, try to get them when they come out. Whereas now there's not a whole ton of trees you could sit in here. I mean, maybe that dead one would be all right, but maybe that pine. You know, I was always told that pines like dry land. And yet, out here, there's a ton of dead pines, and there's even some that are still alive and new ones growing. What's that all about? It was at this point that I had just about given up. I'm like, I'm never gonna make it. I'm stuck, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have failed. And somehow I found a second wind. It's amazing, a windbreaker, just a raincoat, how much heat that sucker can keep in. I was dying before I came back out here. And all I did was take it off. Now I'm fine. Really tell the difference of me being tired and not even taking a second to clean any of this shit up. Oop, we got a frog. Not very happy with me. Talk about a labyrinth. Just left these suckers a little high, huh? God. They don't make it easy out here. Nice wide area. See, like they can, I think they would definitely make their own trails going out through that. But maybe that's just me. All right. Getting out through this nicer stuff. See again this, well, actually, that pine tree's alive. That's very interesting. And, I mean, this maple tree's not too bad either. It's at a wacky angle. It's a little straight spot right there. But out this way seems to be a little more promising. I feel like I'd still have to open it up quite a ways, but at least we're onto something. Oh, there's a deer fly on my screen right now. Better than on me, I guess. All right, I haven't seen anything on this trail yet. Oh, almost ate shit. And we're out. Interesting. Trying pretty hard not to go up that way because there's a doe with a fawn somewhere over there. She's been on my camera every day. And I don't really want to bump them off the land. I'm quite content with them being here. So we're just gonna continue on my track. You can see the opening up there for the food plot. Gonna continue on my track, pick up the tools, and call it a day. Get back to work on the house.